Hey YouTube, Y Commander Zen here. I'm here to talk about part 1 of Vision of Heaven. I may have made some parts unclear because of my crying and just waking up. So I'm here to point out some things and fix some stuff in part 1. So in my I'll call it vision, I started out blacked out, and suddenly I was in what looked to be a messed up store, and there was people milling around and looking at things, which was like the big judgment, where you go to heaven or hell. And I noticed that there were no babies and dogs, since babies are innocent and dogs don't get to heaven. Just my age and above, reminding I was still a kid in my so-called vision. There were people outside heading toward what looked to be a strange fog, and a man wouldn't let me out of the store. But so I went to the back of the store, and in that back I found what looked to be like a manhole. It was shaded in black and a part of the store that wasn't lit up. Get it? The Bible says the path to hell was wide and many people followed it, but the way to heaven was narrow and few people found it, which in my vision was true. It was dark, and when I climbed down, it was a dark cave, and when I went out of it, I was greeted by someone who immediately seemed like a friend. He was my guardian angel, I figured out. He led me to what looked like a stone building, the roof torn off completely. It looked like what looked to be ruins. There was a bucket of blood and a short add-on to the staff that stabbed Jesus in the heart. Since the staff is only about this long without the end of it, and that's why it was in the bucket of blood. And when I looked at it, it felt like someone gently grabbed my hand and dipped my finger in the blood and made me do the symbol, or didn't make me do it. I fluently just did the cross symbol on my chest, since you have to be covered with Jesus' blood to enter heaven. He then walked me to a place where there was a gold elevator and crumbling stairs that he also blocked like the doorman to lead outside. I kept trying to contact my family, but I just couldn't. It's like something told me I couldn't, or there was just an invisible block there that wouldn't let me go back at all. I went up in the elevator and ended up in a room that looked like snow. It was really carved. Carved out of diamonds. A room and a path made out of diamonds. It was pretty amazing to see what it was like. I fell into the water, and it felt like I was flying, and it was paused, but I could still move around. It was like flying, and it was paused, and I just could move around freely. It was Jesus' life water. Let me explain. When they stabbed Jesus in the heart, water and blood came out. Can't do that with any human. And I was in that water. I thought that was pretty amazing. The gate, I looked back at the gate, but then the gate looked black, but then I noticed something. It was foreshadowing the light from behind. It was like 10 times brighter than the sun, and it was like 10 inches away from me. It didn't blind me or even made me winch my eyes. In fact, it looked beautiful. I woke up before I could enter the gate because I wasn't dead and I couldn't enter. Well, see you later, and call out to my good friend. I'm sorry your son is son died, but he's in a way better place now.